Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the DTB podcast, the number one barber podcast on YouTube and of the world.
Stay down, came up, God made a way.
Wherever you are, whoever you are, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for supporting. Before we start, we just want to remind you guys to go subscribe to our channel. When you subscribe to our channel, you become part of the community. You keep the movement going forward, and you help the vision stay alive. So before we get started, we're just going to pass it up to our co-host.
What's up, everybody? DTB fam and all our viewers out there. Today, we got some great guests straight out of the city of LA. Laon Barbershop. We got Chapo and Salo. What's up, my brothers?
Yo, what up?
That's a dope name right off the top. I think you guys are in LA. Yeah. So when I got into knowing that was the name of the shop, I felt like it has a lot of meaning behind it. Like La is easy, LA. La, Union, Unity. Tell us more about that, bro. Let us know. Let the viewers know where Laon Barbershop is at and what's the vision for that.
So Laon Barbershop is in South Central LA, close to GT's Barbershop, right there on Slauson and Broadway by the 110.
Okay.
And back then, I used to call it LA Union Barbershop.
LA Union. Yeah. One day I called it LA Union too.
I used to call it that because my dad named the barbershop Laon. But when I took over, like Laon, it was too like Spanish, you know? It was too Spanish, and I was more like not really into it like that.
You didn't like it a little bit?
Yeah, I was like LA Union, like we in LA, you know?
Yeah.
Like, we in LA Union.
Like something more hip, something more street, or something more like what fits you. Like your dad had it at this, you know, like more of like the Latin vibes. Yeah. And you kind of put that street into it, that hood, like entity, I feel.
Exactly. Yeah, so sometimes I just tell people that don't know how to speak Spanish, LA Union Barbershop. And then, but for the most part, I kind of got into my culture a lot more. So then Laon Barbershop, and then the slogan, Gavino, actually, he told me about it. It wasn't a song, or I don't know how he came up with it, or it was also Jimmy Valdez, el artista. He's a artist, Spanish artist, and he's like, con la unión se hace la fuerza. And I'm like, nah.
Yeah, that's fire.
Let's use it, man.
You know, like before we move forward on the vision of the barbershop, I think that's dope that you're mentioning that, because La Unión, right? I can feel the vibe of the way that you started wanting to get the culture back into the barbershop, which was first the standard for your dad. You know? So what drove you there? I feel like, you know, some of the things that drive us back into our roots a lot is when our roots start making a lot of noise. Like, for example, it could be the fact that you fucking love to listen to corridos and you're more into that than hip hop. And then you were like, man, this fits my style now, bro. This is like my lifestyle, like my culture. How can I leave that behind? How could I ever even want to switch it to LA Union when everything was great from the get-go? How was your take on that, bro? What got you back to filling in your barbershop to your roots?
Kind of just growing as a person, you know?
Yeah.
Like developing my character, just knowing a lot more of my, you know, family. And like I go home and I just talk Spanish.
Yeah.
You know, I get out the street, I start talking no Spanish.
Like
I don't
that's
know
who you are, right? That's who you are.
Exactly. So kind of just like, you know, go to Mexico more often, like just speaking Spanish. Like it's actually, in San Diego, I was having some lunch with DIEGO Pacheco.
DIEGO Pacheco,
We were at Kings and Queens, I think. It's like a nice restaurant. We were in San Diego, right? And he started ordering in Spanish. It was packed, so nobody around us like understood what he was saying. And I just ordered in Spanish too, right? And then like nobody understood what we were saying. I'm like, damn, we're foreign right now. We're foreign. Yeah. So like that's another reason why I just really started like talking a lot more Spanish, because it's like it's like a flex, you know?
Yeah, it
is. A lot of people, when you start hearing other people talk Portuguese, we're just like, what the?
I hate it, bro. I was just at Ross, and I don't know what they were speaking, but it was like Armenian. But I knew they were arguing about the price of the of the suitcase, bro.
Oh, okay.
Like the wife was like, this one, I don't know what she was saying, but the guy was like looking at the sticker and like,
It just sounded aggressive.
and I'm just like, I wish I could understand what they're
Yeah,
saying, bro.
I
But like
hear
you
you.
said, speaking another language is a flex, especially speaking Spanish, you know?
Yeah.
Not a lot of people are fluent in Spanish. bro.
Yeah. I'm still getting more fluent. You know, sometimes I get stuck because I'm thinking in English. You know, try to talk Spanish.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
Yeah.
Hey, Chapo, so La Union, right? How old are you right now?
22.
22, and you're leading a group of what?
It's just 4 of us right now.
4 barbers, and they're
Yeah.
all around the same age.
Same age, yeah. He's older by a couple months, 23.
Can you share with us the names of the barbers?
We got Salo, Salomon, Salo Fades, Gabino Filoso, and then we got Rafa Blends. And we're all young, and I think that has to do with my age as well, you know, because
Yeah.
it's like you attract, you know, like things like that. And I don't mind because we're growing, you know,
Yeah.
we're growing. And yeah, we're all pretty young. The youngest one is Rafa, but he gets down.
How has it been like playing that role?
Yeah.
And then them having to follow you when you guys are all young.
Yeah. It gets tricky sometimes because we be talking shit, you know, like
It gets chippy in the shop sometimes. No cap.
You guys like contradict each other or what?
a little bit, yeah.
I feel
yeah.
like
You push the mic a little more.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go right there. I feel like we do it a lot just to push each other. Like we show a lot of tough love. And,
Tough love.
and
yeah.
sometimes, you know, we might rub each other the wrong way. We just might get into it a little bit. But it's
So
It's
what
not
do you
love,
do
for sure.
in that case?
We have meetings. We
Yeah.
go grab some lunch, some breakfast,
Oh,
kind
yeah?
of talk about it. But we contradict the talk. Like I remember Salo took me to the back one time because we were talking shit to Salo. He took me to the back like, hey, bro, like, why are we having all these meetings and we're not, you know? Like,
And we're not implementing things that we're talking about.
And I'm like, you know, like I understand what he's saying, and I also try to, you know, because yeah, like you're in a shop, a client, you know, gets a haircut, he wants to relax. He don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
Talking shit. So we understand that, but we also don't want to be too serious. We
Yeah.
don't want to be too serious. We want to have a little, you know, a little joke. So it was kind of just in between that, you know. We don't know if we were joking too much, or we don't know if, you know. not
Yeah,
being too
yeah,
serious.
correct. I feel like like I always tell people like it's good to joke around, just don't like bring up like if I tell you something personal, bro, outside the shop, don't bring it up
no, that's
at the shop,
No, we don't do that. for
because
sure.
then that becomes like you know, oh, bro, but you, oh, Diego does this. Like, bro, I was telling you that low key. You know?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So like, don't. I guess like that's when it becomes a problem, you know. Like, but you like you said, you want to be fun. You want to be serious
Exactly,
too.
yeah.
But
Going back to what you were saying about how it is, like I grew a lot. Like I took over the shop when I was 18.
that's young.
Yeah, but the reason was because my pops passed away 2020.
In 2020 because of COVID?
Nah, it's a stroke before COVID.
Before COVID?
Yeah, like January, literally. Like, that's why I got the tatted January 11, 2020. The day he passed away, the day like my life changed. I didn't.
Damn,
Yeah.
bro, you were young then.
Yeah, 17. He was in the hospital. He passed away when I was 18. But besides that, like we were gonna sell the shop or somebody was gonna keep it running.
Did you
know?
cut hair already? Like
Nah, I
you
didn't.
weren't cutting
You
hair
were not
at all.
cutting
So
hair?
you took
Nah.
over the shop and you started cutting hair.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, okay.
I grew up boxing. That was my thing. That's how I met all these boxers. That's how I know everybody. Like I know the boxing community. Cause I started at 10 years old, and yeah, I just grew up. And then until then, I was like, you know what, like I'm gonna take over the shop. You know, like I'm gonna take over. I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna do this for my pops. You know, like not knowing that he was doing all this. Like, I'm the youngest one. You
He
know,
was doing it for you.
Exactly. So it's just crazy. And he used to tell me when I was a teenager, I was winning these little tournaments already. I was feeling myself, got a couple belts, you know, like in the amateurs. And he would tell me, you want to learn how to cut hair? Because I was going out, you know, with girls and stuff like that. And he would be like, I'll be like, nah, like I don't want to cut hair. Like you don't believe in me? Like you don't think I'm gonna be a world champ? And then he'll never ask me again. He never asked me again. Like I was so stubborn. I was so hard headed. He never.
But you also had a vision. You wanted to do something with boxing.
Yeah, exactly. I was, you know, thinking that I was there already. But once that happened, you know, like I was like, no hesitation, didn't think twice about it. I was just like, yeah, it's time for me to, you know, do something about it.
That's like a difficult moment to process, bro, because your dad passes away, and then there's this business someone gotta run.
Yeah.
So like you can't even, I don't know, like if you mourned, or you had to go like 1 week past and you're already trying to figure out this whole business.
Yeah, I think that it was difficult, and I was going through a lot that I didn't know I was going through.
Mm-hmm.
Now that I'm getting older, I understand that like I grew a lot. Like I was drinking, I was smoking. Like I was thinking that I'm gonna do, trying to get motivated like that. Like thinking that I was just fucked up. But I grew because of that. Now I'm sober. Like I don't ever plan on.
I
doing
remember
that.
one day you came to the shop when we were talking about that.
Yeah.
And we were like, man, I'm trying to go sober.
Yeah.
I want to just focus on this barber stuff. And then we were talking about like Wes Watson.
Yeah. But I have been. Like,
hell yeah.
Like you really see yourself like growing, and you understand why that stuff is bad. Like, why do that to yourself?
Yeah, the few times I've spoken to Chapo, KO, you're really mature, bro. People that speak to you, I think they wouldn't even notice that you're 22 years old.
Yeah, they think I'm older.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
But the way you carry yourself, and that was the cause was like your dad passing away, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I think life is interesting how like you would have never cut hair, your dad never passed away.
Yeah. And I always try to think optimistic.
Optimistic.
I believe in being, positive.
Yeah, because you could have sold the shop.
Yeah.
You could be like, you know what? Someone take care of it. I'm not gonna take care of it.
Yeah, exactly. How can I say? There's a beauty to every tragedy.
Yeah.
That's how I looked at it. Like, okay, like there's a beauty to every tragedy. Even though like somebody could like be so down, like, oh, what the fuck is happening? Like, oh my God, I don't even know how to cut hair. This tattoo on my neck, I got it before I learned how to cut hair. I just did it because my dad passed away.
Because you're like, I'm gonna learn how to cut hair.
I'm gonna learn how to cut hair. So then, like, once I did, I got my hands tatted because I was like, oh, I manifested this shit. I don't want to work anywhere else. Like, that's it. Like, I was gonna get out blasted, but
yeah, you kept it simple.
Yeah, cause I was I actually want to get rid of them. You can kind of see it. I'm getting rid of them right now just so I could get tattoos from like the wrist and up.
Okay, yeah.
But because I grew, like I got these because I was hurt. I was young, I was hurt. Like, but now I don't want them no more. Like,
yeah,
I'm on my 5th session already.
So how was the whole creation of the shop afterwards? Like, you had to get barbers, you had to go get licensed.
Yeah,
you had to even learn too. So
yeah,
how did that go?
It was, like, I'm glad everything played the way it did. COVID was right there, so the shop was closed. All my friends, like, I was cutting up all the boxers already. I was fucking them up. They were the whole boxing world.
You're lying.
Yeah, the whole boxing. I got videos, bro. Like the whole boxing world. Like
you're messing up like DIEGO Pacheco and all of that. Nah.
Yeah. So
but they were down to let you cut them.
Yeah, bro. Like they're my closest friends. I actually met Salo through DIEGO because they knew each other since elementary. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
You went to elementary with DIEGO?
Yeah, we went to elementary together. Bethune Middle School. High school, we would always kick it here and there. But middle school is when I met Chop, so we always had that connection. Yeah, because I used to play basketball, so they used to come to my games and whatnot. So
That's
Chop, David Romero.
So you guys were I see you guys are so close, close. So then you started cutting them up. You started cutting up all your friends.
Yeah, I learned pretty fast. All the family. Like,
you already had the barbers in the barbershop?
No.
Not yet.
So the barbershop, like I had to. I didn't know. My mom was paying the bills for the shop because the shop wasn't profitable. We were struggling to do that during that time. Like it was a struggle. I didn't really know. I was so in it. I was just so out of it. I was so out of it.
Well, yeah.
Once I learned, I started getting little clientele, and then I started trying to pay the bills so my mom won't pay for it, and then EDD money was coming in clutch.
Yeah.
That EDD. Shout
out to Joe Biden. Joe Biden.
Oh, it was?
Yeah. Have you heard the song?
I don't know.
Have you heard the song "All My Life" with J. Cole and
Dirk?
Yeah, he says like some people joke about stimulus. But for some people, it really came in clutch.
And you know what's crazy? My coach, my boxing coach, his daughter, was in that video.
Oh,
yeah,
hey, that song, that song is hard, bro.
Yeah,
but that's interesting because for you, like a lot of people talk shit about stimuluses, but I think for some people it came to save their lives because bills still had to get paid.
No, for sure.
So people with that, I renovated the shop. I only had the funds to do half of it. So like I built up a wall. And then I only put at the beginning I put 5 chairs, and then it was too claustrophobic, so I took one out. So
and how you got the money to buy chairs and all that?
Just saving up, and then little by little, like I'll buy used chairs, like, and then I'll save up work, and then I'll buy a different one, and then throughout that, bro, like it's tough doing what I was doing because I'll make money, I'll invest it, be broke, make money, invest it, be broke, and make money. And to this day, like I'm about to renovate it all over again. And take thankfully I'm able to take the wall down and, You know,
You get rid of the gym?
Yeah, get rid of
Oh
it.
man, I was still trying to get a workout right there.
Hey, we should though before it takes off. Yeah,
That's crazy. How long was the barbershop up and running with your dad? Like, how long did your dad have it for? Just I feel like that's kind of like a gemstone now, since it was ran by your dad for so many years. 18 years, and then plus you're four now,
yeah.
right? That's
Damn,
fire,
22
bro.
years.
That's 22 years in that same location, dealing with the generation of people that have been there, bro.
Yeah, it's so one of my boxing coaches would get a haircut with my dad before I was even born.
Oh, wait.
Across the street
At a different shop.
At a different shop, yeah. And when I was getting into boxing, I had got beat up at school, and then like, oh, you got to do something, and then he introduced me to him. It's just crazy how it all works out, bro. Like,
Bro, you should make it a movie, bro.
and then now I
You should make your life a movie. Bro.
I cut them up now, though. I cut them up now, like, and I remember going to the shop and
Who do you cut up? The people that beat you up, or the?
Nah, my coach, one of my coaches.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
like it went from my dad cutting his hair and all his kids' hair to like me now cutting all their hair, you know. So like it's
That's
crazy.
dope.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's history, you know. Like it's kind of hard to even get rid of it now, bro. Like or to not continue to have that location. I think that
exactly.
that means a lot to your family, let alone knowing all the history that you have from it, right there. So your future goals for the barbershop is to renovate it.
Yeah, renovate.
What is your vision for that? What are you looking for as far as renovating? What do you like? What do you like that's in right now that you want to put into your shop?
Just maximizing it with the chairs, and I talked to GT about it. I like how his shop is. I haven't been to like so many shops, but I have been to a couple shops.
You should go visit KO's too.
Yeah, I should. You just told me that it just opened up.
Yeah,
opening.
Come through, bro. I could.
It's probably gonna be the same size, bro. I think I haven't seen the gym part.
Yeah.
But I think once you take out that wall, it'll be almost similar to the same size, so you could get a good picture too.
Yeah. I'll show you pictures. Yesterday we had a photographer there taking pictures of the barber shop because we're building the website and all that stuff. So we need photography. Like some of these things that you're gonna see, like once you get towards like that route of doing those type of things for your barbershop, you don't even know what comes with it until you actually like run into it. It's like, man, I don't even have pictures to put on the website.
Yeah,
you know, like what am I gonna put? Just pictures of barbers and stuff? Like no, like I built something nice, so we need to show this. Like I feel like that gravitates a lot of barbers. If you want to add more chairs and fill those chairs up, you know, like what's gonna make them leave where they're at to come to you.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to learning from you because I know you know a lot.
Yeah. Salo, so how has it been? Because now you've been in the creation of all that, right? Did he start with you almost?
Nah, it's crazy. We made him quit his job, kind of. So like he would always come to the shop, and like he he's seen us growing. He'll come get a haircut here and there at the shop, and then hey, bro, like how is it being a barber? And then it's dope. Like I could always tell you the good things about it. Like the great things about it. Like I think it's great. I think it's a cheat code. Like you could really hustle. You could really grow. And then he was always just learning, but I also told him the difficulties of it. Of like, you're not gonna know nothing. You gotta cut hair for free. You gotta keep doing it. The bills is gonna be, adding up because you're not making a lot. And then little by little, you'll start growing though, and you'll see the fruits to your labor. And he took it serious. A lot of people come up to us barbers that already know, like, hey, like I wanna take it serious. And I'm like, buy your machines, and then I'll start teaching you. Most of them don't even buy their machines. You buy your machines, okay, dope. Yeah, come.
Yeah. It shows initiative.
Yeah, exactly. Come check this out. Like, okay, he bought his machines. He went to school, so like he did all that. He did all that already, and I was like, damn, like. And then he was still struggling how to cut hair. He'll come to the shop. He'll go to school, come to the shop, go to work. Go to school, come to the shop, go to work.
Yeah, you were doing all three.
Yeah, he'll come to the shop to learn.
Yeah. So it came to a point, because I was working at Jersey Mike's in Gardena, but before that I was hopping job to job. So before that I was working at Big Five, and it came to a point where I was working both at the same time. But I would still come make time to come shadow them, and just learn as much as I can, because how it started is, it was like, I was getting a haircut one time and I just asked him like, yo, like, you think you can teach me how to cut hair? He was like, yeah. I stayed for the next, he had like 1-2 more appointments. I watched it. And what really got to me was the ambience. Like, the energy around
Every conversation that's going on right there.
It's 4 different barbers, it's 4 different conversations. Or it's 4 different barbers, it's 2 different conversations going on at the same time. And it's dope. And it's just people coming to you and looking forward to you making them like look great. And that's crazy. It's hard.
And then the friendships that get built along the way too. You probably, I think what I like seeing too is like when people say hi to their client and bye. Like you could tell, hey, all right, bro. I'll see. Hey, bro, yeah, make sure you hit me up, bro. Yeah, we gotta get dinner sometime. Yeah, all right, bro. And all that vibe is just like, damn, people get along. That's cool, you know.
Yeah, I went to school. I enrolled myself. I just finished school, barbering school, like 2 months ago. And
Okay.
What school were you going to?
I went to Abram Freeman in downtown. So yeah, I got.
Is that like the go-to school if you're like in South Central or in LA? Like,
It's the cheapest.
is the least expensive?
You did apprentice or you did full time?
No, I did it full time. So after I quit my job, I was already a month into barber school, and I quit my job. A chair opened up at the shop, and is I thank nobody but God, bro, because it's just I was just doing too much. I wasn't happy at my job. I wasn't none of that. So Chop offered me the job, the chair, and I had 0 to little experience cutting hair, but I didn't even know how to do a taper to save my life, bro. Honestly, and like,
and you got the chair already?
and I got the chair already, bro. Man, like my first month there was rough. It was rough.
And you
bro.
feel like quitting? How people were like, hey, what you do?
Man, he would tell me, he was like, bro, like the first year is gonna make or break you. And I took that like, this shit not finna break me, fool. Like, so, I took it very serious, bro. Even if I wasn't cutting hair, I'm watching him cut hair. I'm watching Rafa. Like, from the guys, I learned a lot, like so much. And videos only do so much for you. When you have the one-on-one right there and he's telling you why he's doing a certain thing, it makes it so simple. So yeah, man, it's crazy.
Did you take your test already? Or are you gonna take
I'm waiting for that right now.
Ooh,
so I'm waiting for the
hopefully you pass it, bro. Let me know. I'll send you some notes right before you leave. I got some
for sure.
notes.
I got my barber book in my car too. So
He was actually helping me pass it because I waited a couple months before I took it because like I was just waiting for the proof of training. It was taking forever, and then he was in school and we were just studying together like during that time. So he knows what's up.
Yeah,
it's easier than a lot of people think.
Yeah. We just need to study, right?
So I got a question for you, Chapo. So you had this chair open, right? I'm just trying to see your train of thought and what was your vision during because I feel like everyone runs their barbershop in whatever way they want, and because it's like your dream. You're gonna treat it however you want to do it, but then you don't learn until you got to make the mistakes, and then you learn from them, and then maybe your direction changes in the way that you want to run your shop. So you having a chair open and putting Solo in there, doesn't know how to do anything. That's not wrong that you did that.
it's not ideal though.
I learned
It's not ideal, but at some point I know you were like, I think this is the right fit. This is the person that I want here. And it probably had nothing to do with haircutting, bro. And I like that, but I also want you to share with us, what was your train of thought of that? What was your vision behind that? Like, okay, I'm getting him because I feel like he's teachable. I've known him from years of school. He's a great person. I think he has a good character. I'm asking you this because there's a lot of barbershop owners that are watching us. There's people that their dream is to own a barbershop. And you can share with us your experience when running into a situation like this. What was the reason or why you made that decision to offer him the chair? That it just doesn't go based on how great people cut hair. Like, that's the main part of it, but it's not just about cutting hair. Can you share with us what were some of the things that you liked about Solo?
For sure, you explained it. You kind of gave an explanation while you're trying to ask the question. So basically, like, besides timing and the time being the chair opened up, him quitting his job, being full on, like, he just made that jump. So right off the bat, I knew that he was really dedicated to whether he's gonna work at this shop, whether he's gonna work at that shop, he's gonna do something, with barbering. Because he's at school, he quit his job, he's doing the most to learn. And I was just just really thinking, because there was already people in far barbershops that live in the area that already had their license. And they were like, if I work there full time, I'll leave that shop. And I was thinking about that too. And I was like, that's it. Now, with the shop expanding, I'm not gonna do that anymore. I'm not gonna
take those risks.
I'm not gonna take those risks anymore. I'll get experienced barbers. But with Salo, he's very teachable, very likable person. His character is always growing, and
he's handsome.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And I was just like, I'm gonna risk this, and I'm gonna learn off of this. And I told him, I was like, it's gonna make you or break you. You know, either you're gonna be able to do this, or like maybe this shop is not for you. You know.
Yeah.
And little by little, he was growing. At the beginning, it was tough. At the beginning, I was kind of second guessing myself, because there was a lot of people that were not coming back. There was a lot of people that were complaining. There was,
yeah, bro.
Like
you don't know how many haircuts I get for free. I got yelled at in front of like a full house, bro. It was a lot, bro. I had people talking shit,
and that's true, because
hey, say it like it is, bro, because a lot of us do go through that,
for
you
sure,
know,
bro.
and it's, some people that are watching you right
Man,
now
like-
are like, man, I could definitely relate with that,
for
bro.
sure. I just want like anybody who's doing this, thinking about picking barbering up, bro, like do it. You know, you can do
That's
it,
right.
because it's just like I always think back to this situation that happened. It was late. It was like 7. You know, Chop already had finished. He's packing up his things, and a walk-in had came in. I took him in. Like I said, I couldn't do a taper to save my life, bro. So he wanted to taper, you know, and I'm doing what I can. He didn't want me to go up too high because he had a scar. And, you know, I went up too high, whatever, and he was, you know, talking shit. And I was feeling bad, like, man, you know what, don't even worry about it, bro. Like, it's on me, blah, blah, blah. But he didn't care about that. So Chop saw me struggle. He was talking to him, and Chop has a way with people. Like, he has like his words, the way he talks, his approach, everything. Like, he's very likable.
Yeah.
So it's like, as soon as you talk to him, it's like someone you could trust. So he calmed down as soon as Isaac started talking to him. He did the cut, and in my chair, he did the cut in my chair using my machines and everything. And you know, when it was time to pay up, he was trying to pay Isaac, and Isaac was like, nah, like pay him.
Pay the homie.
And I was just like, nah, like, you know, I was trying to give him the 30 that he paid, but, and then he was like, bro, like, you gonna think about this one day and laugh about it. And like, I do now, you know, it's crazy. Like, it's just, you gotta be consistent with it, bro.
That's real, bro.
Yeah, it's real. Like,
That's real, because you do look back at moments that you have like that on your journey to becoming a better barber, a
for
better
sure.
version of yourself.
Yeah.
But I think that's what, like, as soon as I walked in, I felt like you guys really had a good connection. And what tells me that is the history that, you know, you guys have with one another of things like that, is those little very moments that made you grow, not just to be a better barber, but you probably also learned how to talk to that client after that client being upset.
For sure.
Why? Because you have a great example right in front of you.
yeah, and not to brag or nothing, but like now he comes in looking for me,
I was about
and
to say that.
that's a
The
great
client-
feeling,
the
bro.
client?
Yeah,
Mm.
Yeah,
And that's
which
a great feeling, bro, because it's just like, it just shows, you know, you work hard, bro, something's gonna
Yeah.
come out of it, you know, and that's amazing to see, bro, for sure.
The little bit that I seen once you took over the shop, Chop, you started like doing fundraisers, teaming up with this brand, and the videos you guys make, like you guys look all united. And then, well, Pollo is always like, I always told Pollo I saw. I remember when we saw each other at the wedding. Oh, I saw Chop over here, and he's like, oh yeah, what you think about him, bro? I'm like, yeah, he's cool, bro. Like when we came here, he was cool too.
Shout out
And,
Pollo.
yeah. So Pollo's always telling me like, yeah, bro, like they're united, like they have different personalities, but they get along even though they're young. Pollo be like, they're young, but they're like me, you know, they got the same mindset. Yeah.
So, but Pollo works with you?
Yeah, Pollo works with me.
Yeah, I know.
So, like, I could see the unity in your shop, bro. I think you've done a great job so far, bro. And I think it's
that.
just the beginning, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Honestly, it's just the beginning of the shop.
Yeah, I look at that and I'm like, you know, I see the gym there and I'm working out and I'm like, I'm gonna miss this, you know? Like, I'm gonna miss the gym being there. I'm gonna,
I know.
You know?
I see you do your pull-ups, your biceps at the gym. That's hard, bro. Bro, I met up a client. I'll go back and do some curls or
I
something.
do that sometimes. Yeah, I do that
Yeah.
sometimes. I got some time to spare. Or you see the camera and you see Salo just.
But now let's move into like personal development, right? Because you had to develop a lot, bro, to become a leader, to take over the shop. What are some things or some information that you consume or some habits that you've put in place in your life that how helped you develop as a person, even the way you speak. I know at the barbershop we had this conversation with Watson, the way you speak, the way you carry yourself. What are some things that you could share to the audience that have helped you develop?
What really helped me is self-help books. I started reading those like since I started taking over, you know, like even though I was doing, you know, my habits were bad, I was trying to, you know, change them up, and reading taught me so much. But it's only knowledge if you apply it. You know? There's no point of knowing things if you're not doing them, right?
Correct.
So those self-help books helped me, like the subtitle of Not Giving a Fuck, you know?
You read that one?
Yeah.
I want to get it.
Nobody's right in life, you know? You're just less wrong than one another. You know, I want to open a shop. KO has the knowledge for me to know that I got to learn from him. You know, does he know? He knows from somebody else. Whatever you want to do, somebody's there already doing it. Somebody did it before them. Somebody did it before them. Somebody did it before them. You know, then there's nothing new in life. You just learn.
They say there's nothing new under the sun that hasn't existed.
Exactly.
Everything's out there already.
Yeah, so just learn it from the people you want to learn it from, and books like Rich Dad Poor Dad teach you about your finances. You know, like all those things help me get to a point where I can renovate it now without nobody's help. You know, like things like another book that I read, As a Man Thinketh. You know, like
that one's hard.
Yeah.
I haven't read that one, but I heard
it's a little book. It's
a really small
quick,
book, huh?
Yeah, it's a little quick book. A couple more books, you know, the slight edge of successful people is the daily habits, you know, like you do the right thing in the first year, no different second year, no difference third year, no different, and then compound interest hits. Oh shit, like why are you up here and I'm still staying over here, you know? And it just like boom, from 1 year to the compound.
Because it compounds the habits every day, the habits that you do every day.
The mundane things, the boring things every day.
That's dope, bro. Like the whole reading thing, because I honestly I try my best to find time to read, and just so busy that I can't really squeeze it in. But when I do, I heard about the audiobooks thing. So how do you drive someone, you know, that, because I'm sure there's a lot of people watching that wanna be like, hey, this is what helped me start reading books. How do you fit that into your timeline? As far as I know, audiobooks, like when you're driving or you right before you go to sleep, you just throw your headphones on, or are you actually turning page by page? Or who do you go for guidance on what book to read and recommendations?
To be honest, it's kind of podcast, you know, like going to sleep, read a book before going to sleep instead of being on your phone, you know, like scrolling your life away, like just hop on that book. It's going to get you tired. I'm sleeping. The first 2 pages, I'm just already dozing off. Like, it's crazy. But like, you need help sleeping, read a book.
What has helped me, I always tell people, start with a small book. The first book that I read was before this little yellow one, the Rust book. The Rust book, bro, is really small. It's so small. It's like 100 pages, bro. I read it like in 1 hour. That one. So then the 4 Agreements, right? I read that one too. That was a small book. They don't say start reading something small, 80 pages, 100 pages, and then start going up and up and up and up. And then you gotta treat it like the gym, bro. People be like, people be like, bro, I read the first page and I forget everything by the end of the page. Like I forget everything. I forgot everything.
It's true, bro.
But what helped me at some point is like, okay, I'm gonna read Monday, Wednesday, Friday on my lunch, and like I treated it as a gym, bro. Like even at some point, I felt corny. I felt weird leaving the barbershop and going to my car and just reading, and I will read aloud. I told people, read aloud and try to speed read. Boom, 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 boom. The first time you read the first page, you forgot it, guess what? Go read it again. And then at some point, if you read it the second time, y no se te quedó nada, just keep going, bro. And what I do is like, if I read 10 pages, right? And then the next day me toca leer again, I go back 2 pages to remember. And then you realize, what this helped me with, that your brain actually does remember. You're like, oh, I read this. I do remember what it says.
Yeah,
and your brain,
read through it quick.
Yeah, and your brain actually remembers. So I think it's like a gym thing, though, right?
It is. It takes discipline for sure.
Yeah, it takes discipline. I didn't notice how much discipline it would take to actually, like, just either whether it's audio or even putting it, like actually reading it. And almost a lot of people that sit down here and talk to us, they're like, yeah, I read books, you know, like we're reading books. Like they share the books that they read with us and stuff like that, which I think is dope, bro. I think it's dope. And I want to practice that a lot more. So maybe I could gain that from you, you know, we can just share knowledge and stuff.
Sure. And at the end of the day, it's all knowledge. Yeah, it's all knowledge from other people, and then we could get it and then we could share it, you know. Most of the things that I talk about is like books and podcasts, because I heard this information. I know, right, you cut Diego Pacheco, you cut Benavides, right, you cut Rayo. Who else have you cut, and how has that experience been for And how much has it helped your shop?
It helps a lot. I cut up Rayo, Diego, Benavides, David, cut up Everardo. He was signed at Rancho Mida at that time. I cut up Rich Dunk, some artists signed to the Baby. I recently last Wednesday, I cut up Bam Bam Rodriguez.
Oh, Bam Bam?
Yeah, he's a beast. And his brother Joshua Franco. They're all former world champions. Bam Bam is a current world champion, 3-time world champion, 2 division weight class. Is dope, and even prospects that are like coming up, like just I know that they're gonna do something out of the sport, like for sure, like fucking talent that a lot of people don't know of yet, that they just still gotta build, but they're way there. You know, I've seen like Diego build his way up. You know, like so I know like the skill, I know the personality, I know everything, the hard work that it takes, like, and I know a lot of boxers that are on their way. You know, they help my business a lot. Like even just going to those events. I cut up David Benavides and I made it on Showtime.
You went on Showtime?
I made it on Showtime.
Damn,
Showtime is canceled, so like now it's Amazon Prime. So I'm just so grateful, and it's a little funny to me that I'm on Showtime. Like I couldn't post it because of copyrights, so I wasn't able to post it. Yeah, maybe screen recorder, like do something that I'm able to post it.
Yeah. Just the experience, though.
Yeah, just the experience. Yeah, it was great. Like, and I said some corny shit that was so funny. Like, it was so quiet and awkward because it was an emergency. Diego called me up like, "Yo, this one needs a haircut. Like, he got Showtime putting up tomorrow morning. Like, you got to come over here like quick." And I'm like, "I'm there." I was running off of no sleep because I went out that night before. Like, I don't know how I did it. I just pulled up. I cut his hair for Showtime. I didn't think I was gonna be on Showtime. I cut his hair thinking that he has to be on Showtime. And then they were like, "Yo, they want to," after they did what they had to do, they're like, "Yo, they want to record you cut his hair." And I was just pretending to cut his hair.
You're already done.
Yeah,
You're just styling it.
Yeah, I was just acting like I was cutting his hair. And it was so awkward. I was like, "Is this really happening?" You know? I was like, "Is this really happening?" So then I was just like, it was so quiet and awkward. I was just like, look great, feel great, fight great. They were like, say it again. And then I said it again, you know, and they put it. So when I went to, David got me some front row seats. I was right next to his wife and Rayo, like the best seats that you could get.
Wait, the Showtime was for Benavides?
Yeah, it was for Benavides. Yeah, so because he had a fighting David Lemieux.
So what is this, like a 24/7 type shit? Like leading up to the fight, like the training, when they get haircuts, what they eat, what they watch, and like shit like that, right?
Yeah, exactly. They was roasting me in the comments talking about, because I had short hair, talking about I look like Teofimo Lopez. They were roasting me. Yeah. And I was able to make it on like podcasts that they were in. Like they were in podcasts. I was cutting, it's just some weekly stuff. I was cutting his hair weekly, bi-weekly at that time. And they'll get guys putting them in their podcast, get 100,000 views, 50,000 views over here, like, and I was in it, like cutting his hair, like, and they was roasting me too. It's funny.
Yeah. How did it feel to sit in the front row, like with all those people? It was dope,
and I'm really good friends. That's how I met Everardo right there, like, so that's the cool thing, like just them giving you the opportunity. He just offered me like, "Hey, you want a ticket?" I'm like, "I'd love to, you know, like I'm gonna go anyways, you know." But he offered me a ticket in front row, so that was really dope. That was really dope with him. He's a really cool dude. David Benavides is really dope. And I was just there, so being right there, I guess it gives you like a status, I want to say, like, but just okay, who's this guy? And like, yeah, he gave me some tickets. Like, yeah, I cut his hair. I'm his barber, and now you got this guy wanting to cut your hair. You got this guy seeing, like, one of the announcers that, you know, like, from Showtime, I met him in the elevator. We just ran into each other in the elevator, and he recognized me. Oh shit, you're on the premiere, because when you're there, they put it on the
screen on top.
On the screen on top before like he comes out. So like they seen me and they're like, yeah, I could have seen. Like, oh, congratulations, it's dope, you know. Like, so it's just dope, like, yeah, those type of things, and they open a lot of doors. Like, I hit him up a while after that. I hit him up later, like, yo, bro, I just want to appreciate you for, you know, for opening doors for me. Like, it helped my business a lot. And like, he's cool as fuck. Replied to me. Yeah. Every time he sees me, you know, his love. Like,
hey, so I have a question real quick. Why you think Canelo doesn't want to fight him? Why you think?
He's scared? Yeah. He's asking for that retirement money.
He's asking for
200 mil?
200 million, right?
Yeah, that's retirement money.
Because someone said
that's beautiful, right
if
there.
If he wants to, if he's gonna risk his career, he's gonna ask for a bag.
Yeah. So I think David and like Diego, he sparred both of them.
Canelo and Benavides?
And Benavides. He sparred both of them. So somebody like him knows the insides and out, knows how it'll play out. And he says it's gonna be a great fight for sure. You know, if Benavidez could take Canelo's punches, like Benavidez got it. And
I think the
Benavidez
more
will stop
time
him.
that passes, though, Canelo just gonna get slower and slower. So.
Exactly. I think I wanted to bet GT because GT is a Canelo fan. So I was talking about him and
Put the shots on the line.
GT, you seen this? Get ready.
But it's just it's dope. It's dope that Benavidez for sure.
I want to
has
see
upper
that
hand.
fight, bro. Honestly, I
Yeah.
want to see it, bro. I'm gonna be nervous because, I'm not like the biggest Canelo fan, but Canelo has been there.
did his
I
thing.
watched it with my
Yeah.
dad, all the fights and stuff. So I don't know. Like with that time I saw Canelo lose against Bivol.
Bivol. And you know what's crazy?
I was in shock, bro.
Yeah,
I was like, no.
I was watching that fight with the Benavidez team, and David was just laughing. He got up and he said, "I'll fuck that fool up." Both of them,
Damn,
bro. Like, so it's just crazy.
Crazy, bro.
And Benavidez fucked up Bivol in sparring before.
Yeah,
Like, yeah.
Bivol was big though. That
Yeah.
way he was big.
Yeah, but it's crazy how David is doing all this, like, that a lot of people don't know. When he says is like, what he says is like, oh, Bivol knows what I bring to the table. He whooped on him, like I was cutting up his dad, senior, his coach. I was cutting up his dad, and I'm like, hey, is this true? Like, and he was like, he called Bivol's manager to try to set up sparring again, and then Bivol's manager said that it was a lady. She was like, oh, Bivol doesn't want to do that anymore. If you guys are gonna fight, it's gonna be for money. So they don't want to keep adjusting to each other,
Yeah.
The more you guys spar, the more you get to know each other. The more you get to.
Oh yeah.
And then, Bivol's manager said, nah, if you guys are gonna fight, it's gonna be for money. So
Yeah.
it's
That's crazy. Getting inside, like over
got
here, getting
inside. We got the
inside,
secrets.
boxing inside
Yeah.
and shit. So the boxing thing, that's exactly how you got in it. You grew up boxing,
Yeah.
and you were boxing with some of the people that are celebrity boxers now. They're boxers, the top-notch pro boxers right now. And though that's how the connection. I was trying to put the dots together on. Okay, so how did you get connected with these people? Well, I'm guessing it came from Diego Pacheco. We
Yeah.
started chopping him up, and then somebody saw, and then the role goes out. So it's like nobody put you on to them. It's just
I was kind of in the mix already.
you were in the mix.
Yeah.
You were in the mix. Probably maybe one of the 10 somebody called you like, hey, can you chop him up? I
Yeah.
can't get him. And then now they like how you do it, so they continue to go with you.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that the route you want to continue to take? Do you want to just stick to like cutting up celebrities and boxers and stuff like that? Is your focus going to be more towards the barbershop? What is your near end goals, bro?
At the end of the day, I'm a businessman, and I think every barber should look at themselves as a businessman because you're an entrepreneur. Look at you guys.
Yeah.
Like, I always tell people that work at the shop. I tell Salo, like, I want you to work at the shop because I want you to own a barbershop one day. If it's not a barbershop, I want you to do something with
the barbering.
without, or just another business aside. Like, barbering is a cheat code. Like, okay, you're seeing cash. All right, learn not to buy liabilities, buy assets. So I always tell them, like, if you work hungry like that, like, yeah, they might not be there in the future, but it's okay. Like, now you have a connection. Salo has his own shop one day. Like, okay, now I have his connection. Yeah, I got barbers. There's always new coming barbers. There's always gonna be somebody, making. And then the thing is about the barbershop is I want everybody there to grow, to win. If you're not making money in there, I don't want you to be there. What's the point? What's the point of you working there just to
Pay me the booze rent.
just to pay me the booth rent? Yeah, I want you to, to grow, and that's the beauty of barbering. And I want to be a businessman, whether it's cutting up celebrities, barbershop, opening another barbershop, opening another business, is just that business mindset. And celebrities do help, because they now, okay, you could
They endorse you.
exactly, and then now they're doing other things too. Like, yeah, like I'm getting some real estate, like I'm doing this, so I'm just learning off of them as well,
Hell yeah.
So I say businessman, but cutting up celebrities, if the door's open, I'll take any door that opens, the right ones, calculated doors, like I'll take them.
Hell yeah, because a lot of people usually they just like, I'm just go the celebrity route, or
Yeah.
I'm just go the barbershop route. But
Yeah, you'll
the
be
way-
surprised. It's like an athlete, a rock star, superstar, actor, influencer. Like, being a businessman is a higher percentage of you succeeding that than being all those other things.
Yeah,
Because it's just straight, just knowledge, and applying it. Learn. So it's like I have businessmen sitting in my chair that are doing it, and I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
that shit is dope.
Hell,
you know?
and you get to learn from them too, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, those
but-
conversations are completely different, bro, than just anybody that just comes and sits in your chair.
For sure.
Conversations with these people that sit in your chair, and it's just the way even they move and the way they talk. Sometimes even the way their whole demeanor when they walk into the barbershop, how they say hello to everyone and stuff like that. You just learn that sometimes you're like, man, I want to move like that.
For sure. Yeah, and that's the beauty of barbering.
Yeah.
You know, you come across so many people and you learn off of so many people.
Hell yeah, bro. Bro, so let's remember the question I was asking you. How do you feel about like the barbershops? Like you were talking about, I heard of it, but I didn't know it was true until you told me that. And State Board doesn't allow you to talk about politics, to talk about other things. But overall, we break the rules, bro, right?
Yeah.
We break the rules. You know, so how do you feel about that? Like, you just talking
I got
about
caught
the
up with
topics.
State Board.
Oh, yeah?
I got caught up with State Board and not having a license, and somebody was calling like haters. I don't know what it was. I don't care at this point. That forced me to get my license. That forced me to get legit. That forced me, you know, like he's about to get his license. Gavino got his license. Rafa's gonna be an apprentice because he wants to be in the shop. But politics is, I don't listen. We talk politics all the time.
You talk
know?
politics?
Yeah, unless somebody is like, there was this time where this girl was like straight, I'm on this group and this is the right group, and then, you know, I'm neutral, how you were saying. I don't know shit, so I'm not gonna go for either side. But I was kind
But
of,
you're still gonna talk. You're gonna say your comment.
but I was talking to them about, I forgot what.
I think it was Trump.
I think it was. Yeah.
But she's
We always talking about Trump.
Yeah, she was one of them people that like they get offended.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And
So I stopped
now,
talking about it. Yeah.
So
you just-
wait, what you guys are saying is that if State Board was to walk in and you guys are talking about politics, you get a ticket? Is that what the
Yeah.
fuck we're talking about?
Yeah,
right
yeah,
now?
Yeah,
but no,
bro.
supposedly like in the State Board book, I know, not supposedly, now I know, I heard it. There's like, it tells you the rules, like you should not talk about politics in the barbershop.
Or
like,
religion.
Or
Okay.
religion.
Is that just like a tip or like a full-on rule?
It's like on one of the questions, because I was studying it and I was like, that's because I put religion, the first one, and I got it wrong. So it tell you like, oh, what are you not supposed to talk about at the barbershop? And it's politics, religion, genders, and like some other shit, you know?
Damn.
And then the right one is politics. I put religion, you know? Like, but politics.
Yeah. And that umbrella is huge. You can even be like, hey bro, who you voting for? Hey bro, what you
Yeah.
feel about this law?
Or if
You
that's
know?
all they're talking about on TV, and like it's on TV at the barbershop, and you guys start conversating about it. So I just think it's
About getting a ticket? I'm not sure about
I don't
getting
know.
a ticket.
Well,
but-
yeah, the easiest thing once they come in, stay quiet.
Yeah, so I don't know about like if they could give you a ticket for that, but I know that's one
So
thing.
what was that
that's-
experience like? Because I don't think we've ever touched on that topic, right? And last time I was thinking about it, like, why don't we touch on that topic? Or not that it just hasn't really came about, but now that we bring it up about State Board, you were there at your barbershop when State Board came in.
Yeah.
What was your experience like?
Were,
bro?
were you there, Solo?
when they
Thankfully.
came through?
No.
Yeah, when State Board came through.
Nah, hell no.
And it was funny because Rafa was there one time, but for some reason he was sitting on the couch. He never sits on the couch. He always sits on his chair. I don't know why he decided to sit on the couch that day, but thankfully, like I had just went up to him, hey bro, I can't cut your hair today.
Get out, leave.
and then he was looking, and then Gabino wasn't there yet, Salo wasn't there yet. Gabino told me he was on his way though. And then he was like, for real, bro? Like, oh, where is there? He was like, this sold up. Rafa was like, oh, where is there another shop? Like, where could I cut my hair? You know, like, where is there another shop nearby? And I'm like, call Gabino. And like, he didn't understand what I meant, but I really meant like, call Gabino and tell him,
and let him know.
don't pull up.
Tell them the feds are here.
For the people that don't know who State Board is, there's the feds, bro.
Yeah. So, and he was just like, oh, okay. And then he told me that he didn't understand what I meant until he got there, and he told him like, hey, like, don't go in, State Board is there. But yeah, bro, that shit sucks. I still owe like $2,000.
A ticket. Nah, but you gotta pay him.
So they come in and they go directly to you, or are you cutting hair?
They have a camera.
They have a camera.
Yeah, I know they have a camera and stuff.
They
But
walk
what
in
were
like
you
this.
doing at that
I was
time?
cutting hair,
You were
yeah.
cutting hair.
Yeah.
Were you able to finish that?
Yeah,
client?
he told me
Luckily you were
to
done?
finish. Yeah.
He said, "All right, go ahead and finish that client."
Yeah.
And then your conversation is like, "Okay, do you even
I
clean
talked
up?
to him in Spanish.
Do you even
The
clean
client.
up or anything?"
I was talking. Yeah, I clean up. I try to do everything legit. Like I try to make sure everything is clean. I try to make sure like I'm like licking what the fuck is wrong, so I can, like fix it real quick. But yeah, like you see, that's the beauty of being bilingual, like talking Spanish, because he didn't talk Spanish, so then I was just talking to my client in Spanish, like, oh fuck, like.
Llegó la jura, güey.
Yeah.
Mira, ahorita nomás te paras y te vas.
and then my clients are like, le doy un putazo, okay, like, like, I'm like, no, está bien, like that's just he's gonna fuck me over even more. But yeah, they caught me twice, and both of them were for not having a license. But they kept coming because
Someone was calling.
somebody was calling, and I think because the first time they came, I didn't have the license. I told them I was in school. Like I told them, bro, I was fighting it so much. Like that shit is crazy. Like
Yeah, but they don't care about
They
that.
do not
Like,
give a fuck.
they want to see the paper. If they
Yeah.
don't see it, they're not gonna go.
I got the tints for the barbershop. I got the tinted out. I barely put not too long ago, I put pictures of like haircuts now, but yeah, the barbershop is tinted because of that. I have a lock from the inside because we only had a lock from the outside. Now I got the lock from the inside, and there was like two, 3 times where thankfully the door was locked and they came, and then
Damn.
I can see outside, so I see them with the badge, I see them with the clipboard.
You close everything up.
I close everything up, and they're just knocking, trying to open it, and yeah, I'm just over here. And I go in the cut, and I'm just looking like until he leaves.
Damn,
Yeah.
bro, that's crazy. Does it happen that often?
No,
Up in
because
LA or what?
look, once someone points the finger at you, they're gonna come to you
Until you're legit.
until you're legit, until everything's straight, bro. And that could take 10 years, and that's what some barbers give up because, like, the one barber's non-licensed. They came again. They gave him. I think they give you like after 3 times without catching you, they'll shut you down, bro. They'll suspend your license
They
for like
told
2
me
years.
that. Yeah,
for
they
like 2
told me
years.
that. So like last time, thankfully, I had one of my boys pull up from school. He got his license already. Shout out to Anthony. He pulled up to the shop and he acted like he worked there, and he had his license. And so they wrote it off. They haven't came since, like over a year.
Yeah. Now just one more time, que vengan and they see everything straight, bro. That's
Yeah, but
it.
I got my license now, so like I think it'll be straight. I want them to
fine.
come purposely.
Why come
No,
to
yeah,
us?
I feel like when you put in the work and you do what you need to do, like you just can't wait to face them, to let them,
Yeah.
to just because I feel like if you keep your stuff tip top shape, then you really shouldn't have nothing to worry about. If you don't have a license and stuff like that, then you knew that from the jump when you got in there that if you're gonna get a ticket, so might as well just have that money ready for it, pay it off, or deal with it. However you can deal with it. But that the goal is to actually have all licensed barbers, bro. I mean, we
Facts.
all want to look out for people, but sometimes we got to look out for ourselves and the
Facts.
future of the shop.
How you guys like working right there in LA? How is the area?
It's cool.
It's cool?
It gets
Interesting.
at the beginning, like there's times, bro, where I fought, like I had to beat people up, bro. Like,
For real? Like
yeah.
physically?
Yeah, physically, but nothing. It's just weird. Like this situation where this guy will come get a haircut, right? And like he'll just come get a haircut. He'll get his beard done. He'll get edged up, And then little by little, like he started, like I think they said that he had 5150. So he started growing different personalities. I guess he had a fucked up like life. They killed his whole family. Like
That's how they call it? 5150?
when they have different personalities. That's what I heard.
Isn't it like split?
It's
personality
like
disorder?
Split personality?
Yeah, it's 5150 is. It's also a term they use in a judicial code, right? Like the cops be like, oh, that's 5150 right there. Like if he's like maniac, right? Like
I think-
loco or some shit.
I'm not too sure.
I
That's
got
what I heard.
5150. Nah.
But this guy, he'll go from like tripping to not tripping.
Damn.
And then at one time, like there was this one whole week where every day he'll come threaten the shop. He'll come, I got 50 bullets for 50 heads, and then he'll leave. And then he'll like, yo, like, and then he'll say some dumb shit. And then one time,
But you don't know like if he's joking or if he's being serious, right? Or
yeah,
you
no,
can't-
he looks serious. He
Yeah, you
looks
can't
serious.
take shit like that. Like,
Yeah.
Straight up.
And he put up to the shop. He put up to the shop one day with like a shirt right here and a stick, and he just came in. Like, what color are you? What color am I? Some black guy. He was like, it don't matter, bro. What color was Jesus? I was like, it don't matter. Like I already know he was tripping. I was like, it don't matter. And I was like, hey, you gotta put on your shirt or get out, And then he was like, what's up? Then he got up. I was cutting up some other black dude, but he was like
He was out, yeah.
like he was not with the shits or nothing. So he was like, yo.
Yeah.
And then I was like, bro, like I was not about to fight him, I don't do that. Like I really de-escalate everything. But he pulled up and he was scaring my client. And there was another barber named David who was right there cutting hair at the time. And like he was scared too, and I was like, damn, I gotta fuck this fool up. But in my head, I'm like, he got a stick, he about to fuck me up, you know? So then I put all my shit down, and I walked to the back to put all my stuff down. I guess he thought I was gonna get a gun or something, because while he was talking shit, he was like, you gotta shoot me, and he just stepped out, you know, the shop. When I walked out again with nothing, like, he just ran up into the shop with the stick, pump faking me, like he was about to fuck me up with the stick. I don't know how I did it. I just like grabbed the stick and I hit him with a 3-piece. He ran out the shop, and then I just, right when he stepped out the door, I socked him. He fell. I just started fucking him up. Later on that day, like he came back and he was tripping, like, hey bro, you with the shits? I thought you was, you know, like you a dog, like you with the shits. And I'm like, let me get your number, like, cause he like, I don't know, he was tripping. You know?
That's LA for you, bro.
Yeah,
straight up. That's LA. It sounds just like LA, bro.
Yeah.
I hope nothing. I mean, I don't know. Something probably happened to him, because
He hasn't came around.
Yeah, I never seen him after that. Another barber that worked there, Jay, he said that he seen like 2 girls fighting him, or him fighting 2 girls, and a car pulled up with 2 guys, and they just jumped him. Shit like that. He wasn't doing good, but he was normal at a time. Like he was getting a haircut, normal, and then that's the only time.
Gangs trying to press you guys.
No.
Okay, that's dope.
Yeah. What's that like in LA? I heard that does kind of happen, bro. Or like, you know, I know if you're street slanging and stuff like that, like they press you like, hey, don't do that shit on my turf, or they'll try to tax businesses.
Yeah, because I know
back in the day, you know.
I noticed that you guys put shops outside, and like they never tripped on you guys on that?
Nah, they never tripped on. I mean, I'm with the shits though. I'll whoop somebody up. Like I'll beat somebody up and shit.
But it's like,
but sometimes it's not also just about how much you could fuck someone up.
It's like, it gets dangerous though.
It could get dangerous.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about in just an absent, like now it's not just you in your barbershop. It's like you in your barbershop, or you yourself against a full empire of niggas that don't have nothing to lose, bro.
Yeah.
Like they'll put their life on the line for shit that you probably have kids, you have a whole family, you know, you have a whole business that you're trying to run. Sometimes like matching that energy, it doesn't even, no te conviene, because you have so much to live for, and you have all these goals and stuff. And
I avoid it all the time for sure. I try to avoid it. But I'm a cool dude. I don't think that's why nobody has like done anything. Everybody there's cool. Like I'll never fight a crackhead.
You don't know what they got. You don't know what they got.
Yeah. So thankfully we never got into like situations like that or nothing.
But I mean, I feel like the closest we got into like fighting like a gang member was like at nighttime when they was spray painting the gate.
Oh yeah, there was spray painting.
Weirdos.
I was sitting down like outside. I put a chair outside.
It was your gate?
It was a parking lot gate. Yeah. And then I'm like, what is he doing? And then he was spray painting, and I'm like, oh wait, that's the barbershop paint. So I just ran up to him, and I was just pressing him and like telling him that shit's not cool.
And he overreacted.
Yeah, he was overreacting, but he pulled up with his brother, and like
my brother fresh out. Fresh out of jail, so he don't play none of that shit. You know, and like full cape on and everything, like guideline, fresh guideline, like everything, bro.
But we were like,
I
think he's tweaking. Because he was not like a tweaker, but he was like on some shit. And then it was funny though, because he was like, just leave him, he's tweaking. He a tweaker. And then he was like, just let me tweak.
Yeah. And then he was saying like, you're not gonna clean the gate. It's like, fools, like, you don't have to do that though, bro. To avoid gangs though, a lot of things we do is we just really watch how we approach people. So if I see you in public, I'm gonna tell you what's up. Like I'm not gonna walk past you and just mad dog you. Like I'm gonna say what's up.
Yeah, like what's good,
shake
bro?
my head,
What's
say
going
what's up, how you doing?
I think that has a lot to do.
It has a lot to do.
We don't
with
say
it.
what's up. Like we just be like, hey, how you doing?
How you doing, bro?
Yeah. We just say things like that. But like us putting that energy out there with the gangs, we have like zero. Like there's no gang affiliated.
It's really interesting because you can't, también no te puedes dejar, you know. You can't let them like bully you.
Throughout those 4 years, just those tiny little incidents.
That's dope, bro. Hell yeah. LA is good. Bro, I love LA. It's like a love and hate thing, you know.
You just gotta know how to read the streets. I feel like you said, like you pour out positivity, like. It's not all positivity gonna come back, but at least you tried, and that hey, how's it going? Could turn from like, man, what the fuck this nigga, to be like, oh shit, yo, what's up?
It's contagious, you know.
It's super contagious, and it fucking drops the notch on the energy that they were that they had. You know, like some people just stay ready. You don't know their trauma; they just stay ready. You know, that's just the reality of LA. People are just ready, and then once you speak and communicate, then it's just like, oh, okay. It's either I take this or I still be a fucking tough guy.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, it's like it's all about you. You represent yourself. You attract what you are, and like you want the whole world to smile at you. You gotta smile at the whole world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you walk outside with a smile, like you're gonna get
Facts.
smiles. You walk out with a straight face, mad dogging people, like that's what you're gonna get. You know?
Yeah, hell yeah, I like that.
It's energy, huh? Gotta like
sure.
give out that good energy.
That you gotta control like within. You control yourself within, and you'll be able to control the outside world.
Facts.
You know, so we're getting close to. We got like 10 more minutes, bro. 15 more minutes. Before we wrap it up, is there anything you guys want to talk about, or is there anything you want to ask KO?
Yeah, I actually wanted to ask because I know we talk about the barbershop and the unity and stuff like that. Are you guys like a barber battle event type of barbershop? You guys like to show up, represent the shop? You guys got anyone in your barbershop that likes to represent the barbershop at these barber battles? Is that something that you like, or something that you put your main focus on is to represent, have someone represent the shop and be battling out there? Or what's that like? I'm talking for like the barber industry. What do you guys got to give to the barber industry as a barbershop? Or is it more like we're running, you know, I'm getting ready to renovate the shop, so I'm putting my more focus on that, and then from there my goal is to actually represent and go out here and get into these battles, or just show up at the events just to network and stuff? What's that like for you and for the future of La Union?
Yeah, for sure. We did go to GT's event that
The
he
showcase,
had.
right?
Yeah, to showcase.
cool.
We went, pull up, represent, made some tracks, you know, just for that event, like to represent. I do want to do more of that. I've competed before. Rafa competed before. We haven't done too much of that, more than we should. I do, when I renovated, for sure focus on that, but I do contribute with the barber industry by we go to Apron Friedman. We teach a couple classes. We've done that a couple times. We went to LA Trade Tech. We taught a couple, not just the barber, not just how to cut hair, but the business side of it.
You did a haircut event too, right? With Originals.
Yeah, we gave
we're cutting hair for the community.
Yeah, we did free haircuts with Originals. Yeah.
That's dope.
They called us up, and they do this Christmas event. They're asking if we were willing to sponsor that with haircuts. I'm like, oh yeah, for sure. Anything to support the community. We've done, like with Frida. She's the one that does mini pancakes outside.
Oh, okay.
Shout out Lady Cakes, man.
Yeah, a backpack, a school giveaway. Like things like that. I do always,
And then you told me you went to the Texas Expo. They went to the Texas Expo. I've been wanting to go to that one, bro.
Oh yeah, that's
gone.
one that I hear
Who
is
threw that
pretty
one?
big too.
What was? Do you remember? That
Plug. It was Plug.
Plug. Oh yeah,
I
it was the barber plug.
The barber plug. Yeah, the
he
barber
was the
plug
one that
expo.
threw it.
Yeah.
And you
When
saw-
was that? What was that last year or this year?
No,
February.
February. This year, right?
Yeah, this year. Yeah.
So who did you meet out there?
I met a lot of people. It was cool. Everybody's cool. Breed Baza gave a shout out to the shop. 360 Jeezy gave a shout out to the shop. Marty Blends gave a shout out to the shop. We met Drake Clipperhands. Like
It was Drake Clipperhands for Texas too, right? What about Faded Culture? Was there there?
Faded Culture. I don't think so.
No?
I didn't see him.
Okay.
But it was cool. So they would shout out, Laon, if you're never in LA, Laon Barbershop is the place to be at. Like they were saying, we told them to say that. And
There's a few hitters out there. I think Papito Blessedhandschapo is out there too, right?
Oh, he was there.
Papito Blessedhands.
Blessedhands
Yeah,
out
he was there. Yeah.
Texas is hot. I gotta go to the Texas one, bro.
Texas has
They know how to cut out
a few. They have a few hitters over there, bro. People that are putting in work just for the industry are coming from Texas. Like that whole I'm the barber plug stuff is in Texas, right?
The weather sucks though.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's hot. It's too hot or what?
It's cold. Oh, it has the seasons, but to the extreme.
Yeah.
When it's cold, it's snowing. Cold. When it's spring, it's windy. It's a hit or miss. When it's hot, it's hot. They say like fall is like the best time.
What attracted you guys to go out there to that event? Like who set this up? Are you the one like in front of everything?
Well, kind of just more of agreement. Gavino, he's the one that he's gonna go to the Vegas one. Like he's really into that. Like Gavino's really
I see
into
him
that.
a lot.
Yeah,
The
so
Vegas one is fire, bro.
Yeah.
I recommend it. We'll be over there.
Yeah,
We'll be over there, bro. Maybe we could link up and we'll do something crazy out there. I
That's
got a
dope.
few people that I know that are gonna be out there. We're thinking of probably even taking a cast there. We'll
We'll probably take the podcast out there.
looking at a few
Probably.
spots and stuff.
That's what's up.
If you guys need that plug for stays and stuff like that, probably could help you out with that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna be there. It's crazy because I was gonna go. We're sponsoring. La Union is sponsoring a fighter fighting a top rank named Steven Navarro. He's fighting. He's fighting that weekend. He's fighting on Friday, so we're gonna leave Thursday night, get there Friday, come back Saturday morning. So like, I was really busy. So the only day that I'm gonna miss from work will be Friday. I'm gonna work Thursday. I'm gonna work Saturday. You know. So, and right now I'm like in the grind mode, bro. Like trying to make that 6 figures a year is, is grinding. You know.
Hit it.
So that's why I'm just trying to like not miss as much. And that's the only reason. But Gavino in there. Gavino gonna be in there. He's staying from Thursday to Sunday, so he could be at the expo.
Are you gonna go? You say you're thinking about it, no?
Yeah, I'm thinking
He got
about
his
it.
flight already for
I
the
got
fight.
my flight, so
Oh, for the flight.
I might just extend it low key, but I don't know yet.
Yeah, low keys. Sometimes, bro, I could tell you like those things. You never know who you're gonna connect with. That's gonna help you out so much.
Yeah,
You know?
and then
like,
they spark something in you.
like it gives you that spark when you come back. You go like 10 times harder, bro. But I feel like 9 times out of 10 is completely worth it, especially in such an event like that. You know,
Okay.
like that's one of the biggest ones in the West Coast.
Oh shit.
Before we actually get, and then from there, well, you got CT Barber Expo. It's the same people that do CT that come do the
Vegas.
Vegas one. So it's just being more knowledgeable. What events are the ones to go to and which are the ones to miss. But just from the top of my head, I know that that's one of the ones that you kind of really want to be at. I mean, if you're already going to be out there, it's a little bit convenient. You don't have to stay, both days or whatever.
Yeah,
I think
you
it's
just
Saturday.
go one day.
It's just
and then
one
leave.
day.
Was facts.
While
Yeah,
you're there, bro.
last time I've been to one, I was able to get a haircut by Rob the Original.
Oh yeah.
So it's just
Hell
rad. Yeah, like you said, like you don't know what to
Yeah.
expect from those, So like
Hell yeah.
me just talking to him just cutting, like my hair is just crazy. Like it shit just dope as fuck.
Yeah, it's dope, bro.
Hell yeah, bro.
So I'll think about that.
yeah, yeah. Hopefully you guys can make it out there.
Yeah,
and
and if not, there'll be some that we're actually part of. A few of them. I was just filling in Diego last night with a few of the people that want us to be there at their events, which are not at like a minimal size or like such a big expo, but they're the ones carrying the barber culture from the West Coast. Like some of the ones that are going to start doing different things, because now they're doing a lot of the merging with the cosmos and the beauty world. They're putting it together. It just attracts a lot more
Yeah,
people.
I think we
a
have
lot
one
more to learn.
in Oxnard. No, in July we have one in Oxnard.
Yeah, which will be a
like
barber battle.
And then the San Bernardino one in September, right?
For the culture, we're having that one. Then we got the Industry Expo, which is in Linwood, is a barber school that gets to do that one. I know them too. That one's pretty big. It's about 2,000 people that show up to that one. And then you have the few other showcases that maybe you guys just want to go look and learn and stuff like that. And just showing face. It is really what it is. Like you show your face, you shake people's hands, and people know La Union. Besides seeing them online, they're like, "Oh, that's dope," and you'll be surprised of how many people know you.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, "I saw that video, bro.
How
I
many
seen you on
people remember
Showtime.
you?
That's-
People
hey, that was
remember-
you from Showtime, right?"
Yeah.
And you'll be like, "What?"
You'll be
Like,
surprised, bro.
and
Yeah.
you'd be like, "Oh, dang!" Like,
Yeah,
we
I seen
poppin',
I seen you around KO, like so.
Yeah.
You're right about that. Like,
Yeah.
like I seen you around. Just that face card, just don't forget. Like,
Yeah.
so that's
Yeah,
dope.
bro.
Just dope, bro.
So hopefully you guys could try to make it there, and we could tag along for some events too. Like what I've loved doing right now. Well, one of my goals is like merging brands. So like back then I used to see it like, because I grew up in that environment. I'm talking about like 5 years ago maybe. Like, oh, La Union, oh, that's my competition. Nah, like, no, I'm just using you as an example. Like any other brand, you'll be like, oh, that's my competition. And like now I'm like, bro, let's collaborate. Let's go. We
Facts.
could represent both brands.
Yeah.
Even we come together is even more powerful. Like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
You
the
get me?
mindset that you need to be at.
So it's not like, oh, he's gonna take away my shine or he's gonna take away clients. It's not
Yeah.
like, bro, let's do something together. So if we could
Facts.
maybe go out to these events together, it'll be a great experience, bro.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
before
bro.
we wrap it up, bro, we always like giving you guys your flowers. So for my part, bro, I'm excited for what you've been doing, bro. I hadn't heard your story. Like I heard it today. You taking over your dad's business, everything you had to go through, building a team, now building the brand, working with boxers and promoting their fights. I I think you've done a great job, Chop. I think
Appreciate that.
you're gonna do a better job in the future.
For sure.
Keep being the leader that you are. Keep maturing. Keep developing into a greater version of yourself, where you could lead the barbers that you have at your shop. Also, I think you have a great team, bro. So keep doing what you're doing. Give you your flowers too, Salo. It was a risk to leave your job and then take barbering as a whole, but I hope you've been enjoying it, bro. And I wish you guys nothing but the best. Like, I wish you guys blessings for your business, bro, for your families, and whatever you guys need, I'm here. You guys will send me a DM.
Yeah, Chops, I think that you're a great leader, bro. I've never met you before. This is the first time I meet you. I think you're on your way to the top, and with your great leadership skills and you just kind of like your whole background and what you got going on. It sounds very interesting. Like Diego said, you should write a movie or do a book or something like that, because it's an inspirational story. And we all have something, and I feel like you got that dog in you, bro, and continue doing what you're doing, and being a great leader for people like Salo, good shit, bro. As a barber brother, I thank you for, believing in barbering and, dropping everything that you're doing to take this serious, from getting to school, completing it, to getting to your license and all that stuff. That's a great way to start. And you're a great example for those that are watching, that are barely starting right now, that if you put your mind to it, you can definitely accomplish whatever you want to accomplish. So congrats to you guys. Congrats to Laon Barbershop. I'm excited for what's to come.
Shout out to KO, shout out to Diego, shout out to the best podcast in the whole world. La Unión, con la Unión se hace la fuerza. Shout out to Gabino, to Rafa, to Salo. Shout out to everybody watching. Keep striving for better. Keep being better every day. It's about your daily habits. Keep going. My Instagram is Blessedhandschapo. Blessedhandschapo, because I'm blessed with the hands, you know what I mean? My name is Isaac, and then this is Salo Phase right here.
Yeah. Honestly, and my message would be, just consistency. If you want something, bro, it's not gonna happen overnight. You gotta go for it. Think about it, dream it, sweat it, whatever it is, And yeah, like going back to your question though, and I'm sorry,
Keep going. Yeah.
Going back to your question, it's like, what do I feel like I have to offer to the barber industry? I don't feel like I really have much to offer, but just great quality haircuts. But it's just more to the people that I service. So it's like, we just want them to understand, like, yes, we're in South Central, but you don't have to be another statistic. You can be anything you want. We have homies that pull up. They got clothing brands, shout out Oscar, Buddha, everybody, my brother. I even have a clothing brand. So, it's like we all support each other, and that's just the way it should be, So I feel like we're very united with the community.
Right.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, that's how it should be, man.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's how the West Coast rides here on the DTB podcast. Let's go.
Stay down, came up, God made a way.